Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. I had to wait no amount of time for Wolfie to bark to continue this episode 275 of Far Lands or Bust, that is. Let's get up. See a spoiler. Let us secure the hidey hole. Boop. Oh, that's all it took. Indeed. Grab Wolfie, drop off some cobblestone, and continue. That is east. We are going west, right, Wolfie? Yep, that was yep, acknowledgement. I take that as acknowledgement. So let's get going, as we do, in Far Lands or Bust, heading west in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, rather. Trying to reach those fabled far lands off in the far-off distance. Oh, I hear skeletons. Oh gosh, let's get out of here. Excuse me. Coming through. Yep. Alright, so yeah, we've been doing that, like I said, for a couple years now, a little bit over a couple years, trying to walk to the far lands as a walk-a-thon right now for Child's Play charity. Over at farlandsorbust.com, you can donate. Keep my motivation going to get these episodes up to make further progress to the far lands, but also in donating to Child's Play charity, you're helping kids and children's hospitals around the world to getting them toys, books, and games, helping them out. Good cause you can learn more about at childsplaycharity.org. Indeed. But yes, for those of you wondering, this is Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. No hunger bar, nor sprinting. No enchanted objects, no blocking with your sword or anything like that. Although we've walked so far that the block selection box is way off. Floating point precision errors. Just look it up. Google it. Learn more about why things are getting a little bit weird here in Far Lands or Bust. Indeed. But yeah, today is Monday, July 29th, 2013. There's a little bit of a timestamp for this episode, and our current goal to raise this season is $100,000 for Child's Play charity. We are currently just past 38%. We had a big jump, very generous donations. We're at $38,581 raised this season for Child's Play charity over at farlandsorbust.com. Thank you everybody who donated. I got a very generous donation from somebody who left a very nice message as well. I'd like to read it, but I'm trying to get a hold of them to ask if it's okay for me to read it over an episode of Far Lands or Bust. As you understand, some of these things might be perhaps they only intended it for me or not. I'm not sure. I don't want to assume. Ow! To make careful, Wolfie. Oh, you were more careful than I was. Dang it. But yeah, very very generous donation from somebody, from a Farlander. Whoa, I very much appreciate that, and hopefully in the coming episodes, if I hear back, maybe I'll be able to share with you the story. Certainly made me, a little bit of, like I said, the inspiration for me to keep doing this. It's easy to lose a little bit of focus with everything surrounding doing YouTube Let's Plays and YouTube comments and Reddit comments and Twitter replies and likes and favorites and blah 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 blah. It's easy to lose sight, I will admit, but sometimes it snaps back into place. Indeed. I do. Speaking of losing focus, I just feel off today. I just lethargic, tired. I don't know what it is. So I apologize if perhaps my voice or something might seem a little bit more low energy today. Not sure. Trying to overcome such things as these. So yeah, trying to just get back in the swing of things. It's one of those things where I have a lot I feel like I need to do, but not the time to do it. It just feels like stuff starts piling, and I know I've mentioned in the past few weeks that I need to get my oil changed on my car. I think I need new brake pads as well, and I still haven't done that. Just because if I ever do decide to do that, I'll, you know, have to lose a day here, but I don't have any videos really in the hopper, so I gotta record and blah, 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 complain about being a YouTuber, Kurt. No. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't sleep well last night for whatever reason, and, but anyway, we're continuing on to the far lands. No complaints. Get some scenery here, a little bit of, nostalgic Minecraft beta terrain generation going on. And it's the last week of July, and if you remember the ongoing saga of my updating for Minecon 2013 with the announcement video earlier this month, or I think it was at the end of last month, sometime, yeah, it was about a month ago, it was the end of June, they made the announcement that yes, Minecon in Orlando, Florida, on the weekend of November 2nd and 3rd. Tickets will go on sale in July. Well, didn't I say that probably means September? Because we're running out of July, and we have yet to hear any further information, whoops, about Minecon tickets or specifics or anything like that. Some speculation that they will go on sale this week. I've heard on and off, although it's kind of been hearsay. You know, I ask, you know, you hear some people, oh, you know, people say that it'll be this week for sure, and they'll do it this way, that way, or the other. And then it's like, okay, where can you point me towards the source of this information? Because I'm not entirely confident. That's fine, I guess. I'm not entirely confident in the likelihood of this information you're giving me, but we're waiting to hear. Yes, I get questions sometimes, and yes, I am indeed planning on going to Minecon. Big plans. Hopefully getting down there, and once again, you know, that's sort of for you guys, for the fans and stuff who hopefully can make it. And hopefully I'll be a little bit more prepared than I was for Minecon Paris. A lot of Mindcrackers also we're hearing about planning on going, who didn't get a chance maybe to go for Minecon Paris. Obviously, it was a little bit more of a daunting travel and attendance task to get to Paris. So now a lot more folks from the North Americas, Mindcrackers, other Minecraft YouTubers who are looking forward to meeting things like that should be able to make it. But we need to have tickets, so come on, Mojang, let's figure out this whole you know, planning ahead thing that we didn't do too well last year. But anyway, let's continue on here. I'm gonna disembark. Get it? Bark, Wolfie? That was a dog joke. There, yep, he laughed. He got it. Let's grab some of this stuff. Into the depths. Whoops. Yeah, see, I'm like, stop, no yawning. That is not professional at all to be yawning while you're recording. The sun is setting. Okay, I do have, with those generous donations and just a large volume of donations, I always get some questions, things to talk about. As I mentioned, I do not want to run out of things to talk about here in Farlands Bust. We've got a lot of time together to pass as we continue on in this direction. Got a lot of different questions here. Let's see, I guess we could talk. It's a little bit of an astronomy question from Tommy, aka TJ, T-I-J-H, if you're giving it the inflection with kind of the Spanish, the long J, asked kind of a factoid question about astronomy. Different star constellations are relevant for astrology. I don't know if I would use the word relevant along with astrology, but I will continue. But do they have any use in astronomy as a map for helping find objects in the sky? Help point your telescope? I find them fascinating because they tell about the human cognition and the tendency to see patterns everywhere. That is known as what is that? It starts with a P. Paradoilies. You know, when you're over at your grandma's house and she has a paradoilies on the counter. Pareidolia, I think, is what it is, which is the human's tendency to make patterns or see recognizable objects in, you know, shapes. You know, seeing Jeebus in your toast or something like that, or seeing you know, a whale in your potato chip, or whatever. You know, that's what that is. Let's go to sleep here, and I'll continue kind of addressing the questions here from Tommy in the morning. And awakeness. I'm actually quite tiredness, to be honestness. Indeed. So yeah, they ask about help point your telescope. I find them fascinating. Human cognition, see patterns, as well as age-old traditions and tales. Can you recognize many constellations? Any favorites? Yes, let me just say, astrology is hokum. it's not anything you at all should concern yourself with. Oh, sorry. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I was making a snowball. Here, hold. Woo. Have a seat. Oh, I was about to throw down a snowball in your face, and then have some bones there. And go fetch. Go fetch. Not at all interested. So yeah, astrology, and it's good not to confuse the two. Astrology is that thing, ooh, I'm a Capricorn. Today is the day that you're going to have some sort of vague, you know, non-specific happenstances that could be happening or apply to anybody happen to you, sort of thing. That's astrology. Astronomy is the actual scientific study of the universe and stars and phenomenon outside of the Earth's atmosphere. So let's get those two separated. But yes, they do hold use in astronomy. The constellations are indeed a map, a way to find different objects, deep sky objects in the night sky. You can say, what am I thinking about? You know, the Andromeda Galaxy is kind of off Pegasus there, although I guess it's technically in Andromeda. And it's different. You'll have to look it up on the internet, but the constellations we're used to, you know, excuse you, the constellations, the far lands of Bust World is passing gas. It was silent but violent. It was, you know, the constellations we're used to seeing are the little lines connecting the dots to make, you know, Ursa Major, you know, it looks like a bear, or you know, the Big Dipper or something like that. In terms of astronomy, they're actually more borders. It's like the way you cut out states, and they're borders to each other. So sometimes you'll say an object, a galaxy, a nebula, or something is in this constellation, although it might not be necessarily within the dots, as you will, but it's within the border that has been determined to be that constellation. So it is a way to kind of narrow down where you're looking, and things like that. There's different, off the top of my head, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, it's a nice way. And certain star maps and books and things like that, you'll say, oh, well, where I'm going tonight and where I'm at, the season, and at the different longitude that I'm located at. This constellation is going to be a prime area, so what are all the neat little things I can find in this constellation? And then from that, you can gather a nice observation list to head out before you start going observing for the night. So yeah, they're definitely relevant in astronomy for that purpose. In terms of scientific astronomy, they probably use more of that right ascension and declination, which are specific coordinates. It's as if you projected the latitude and longitude lines up onto the sky. So they don't even have to worry about constellations because they have a specific like XY axis to point their telescopes at if you really want to get specific. And there's a way that you could use that as an amateur astronomer as well. But yeah, for amateur astronomy and for rough findings of objects, that's definitely constellations help out there. But we definitely, you know, don't refer to them in terms of the way they look, you know, the Roman, the Greek kind of applications of the objects in that term, and a very simple way to prove the fact that the constellations are, you know, a human-made thing and bear no resemblance on the universe is look at, you know, the ones we're used to, the Big Dipper or some major, you know, Pegasus, Cygnus, the Swan, and things like that. Those are all Western constellations. You go to Asian, Eastern, and other cultures, they're completely different. They connected the dots. They're all the same dots in the same sky, but they completely created completely different folklore, and they made different objects and images in the sky with their history, the way that they saw the universe. So it's different everywhere. That just goes to show how it's not specific to anything. So saying you're a Taurus or something like that, ooh, it's a bull, it's this or that, so you have to apply the traits of a bull to your personality. Well, head over to Japan or somewhere else, and it's something. It's, you know, a fish, or, you know, I don't know exactly what it is over there, but so there's no literal bearing that you should be able to take from that. So yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite. You know, there's quite a few that have different objects in them that I could say. Cygnus, as I mentioned, the Swan is pretty neat because where I'm located, it's generally, for the majority of the year, it's right overhead, which is prime viewing. Holy Moses! Look at this place! Awesome! That's all. Wow! No time to talk about constellations. Check out this, like, castle. Wow! That's great. Wolfie, get in the picture. Ooh, hold on. I might have to do like a panoramic or something like that. Sorry, distracted. Thank you very much for that question, but we have bigger fish to fry right now. Bigger Tauruses to fry. Tauri. Ooh, oh. Wow. Hold on, I haven't done a... this is a good vantage point. Okay. I haven't done one of my famous panoramics in a while. Get out of the way, Cloud. Woof. Alright, let's, Hi, I know you really can't. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, you stay right there. Alright, I am going to hit, F1, and then F2 is the screenshot thing, right? Oh, dang. I gotta... Magical disappearing trees. Alright. I need to get it all in. Screenshot. 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 And then I use... hold on, I'm going to get a screenshot up here and then down here just in case I mix that up. And then I use a program called, you know, basically those are all individual images. I'm going to use a program called Microsoft Ice. It's basically a photo stitching software, free for Windows users, obviously. Careful, Wolfie! And I just basically, it's really simple to use, and I'm very impressed. It's like one of the few times I could say, holy cow, Microsoft, why don't you just make more programs that are simple? It does one function, that's all it does. It doesn't need to do everything all at once. You plop in your photos, it automatically figures out which ones go where, and it automatically stitches them together and makes really awesome panoramas. If you go to I have a DeviantArt account, KurtJMac.deviantart.com. I've done a lot of Minecraft panoramas and also in real life panoramas. I do that a lot. This place is awesome, though. I love when it's just like, bam! Cliffs! Sheer cliffs out of nowhere. See? When was the last time you got this in the current terrain generation. And the rumor is that the next update, which is a ways away, they haven't even started with snapshots, or I think they have other concerns they're taking care of. But the rumor is the next 1.7 of the actual release is going to be a terrain update, which is why on the Minecraft server we're kind of sticking to that one island continent. And then once the terrain update comes, then we're going to venture out into chunks outside of that and generate those. But wow, this is cool. Oh! Sheep murders. Woof! It's not about the destination, guys, all you people complaining. Kurt! Why are you taking so long? You gotta get to the Farlands. Not about the destination, my friends. It's about the journey and exploring awesome places like this. Oh, okay, that guy... Oh, you just ran to your doom. You do realize that, sheep. Sheep. Oh, maybe he didn't. Look at this sheep. Daredevil sheep. Look at this guy. He's not worried about no wolves or anything. Nah. Whoa, excuse me, Wolfie. Cool. I don't know even what to call it. It looked like a castle. Castle Rock? Fraggle Rock? Let's, I don't know. Let me think of a creative name in the morning, but we gotta sleep in the shadow here of, oh, did that sheep died? I think that sheep is no more. Let's do this. Boop. And the bed. Cool. Yeah, I think I'll call this Castle Rock. It is like a rock or something like that. That's just... That's the noise it made when it generated. Alright, let's go to sleep. And continue in the morning. And awakeness. And a Castle Rockness of magnitude-ness. Cool. Yeah, I like how... The thing I like is that there's, you know... It's not like an extreme hills biome where there's stuff all over the place. It's just like everything's fine and dandy and normal. Some plains, some beaches here, and then this massive thing up here. I almost want to go upstairs. Oh, there's a creeper. Hey, guy. To see what it is like up there, but that's just kind of dangerous. I think it's going to have to be one of those objects that we've seen in Farlands or Bust, but that we will never see again, so enjoy it. Enjoy it while it's here, and we'll just have to use our imagination to think of what wondrous things may have beheld us up on the perch of this plateau. Who knows, there could have been a whole void on the inside that's just missing, like a big donut in the sky. Cool. It would be, you know, for a build, that would be really easy to, like, transform. Well, easy is a relative term, but you've already got kind of a setup there. You can kind of just build around it and make, like, a giant castle out of it. That'd be cool. Cool. Cool stuff. I almost want to say there could be a face kind of there. No, not your face. I was not speaking of your face, Wolfie, but, cool. Speaking of the doilies, the paradoilies, we got a face in the rock there. We got another one over here. Not quite as dramatic, but cool. Well, I'm glad that my somewhat lack of energy has been thwarted at least slightly by the fact that we've got some very cool terrain here. Very cool terrain. Oh, is there another one over here? Oh, cool. Awesome! This whole area is just amazing. Oh, this is like the perfect... Oh, I need to get on this tree. Wolfie, have a seat. You're not going to follow me up here. Let's get on this tree and do like a 360 panorama. Wolfie agrees. Oh, excuse me, tree. It's kind of dangerous, but I take my chances. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right. 360 panorama. Let's, that's a sheep. All right, let's do, from the west. I need to get rid of that. I gotta make sure I'm gonna get everything in the view here. All right, yeah, like that. It's good to keep it nice and horizontal. If you're like all up and down and crazy, it looks weird. All right. Screenshot. 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 Oh, don't mess up. Screenshot. Gotta have plenty of overlap so that I can stitch it together. Screenshot. Screenshot. Woo! 360. Hopefully that works out. Indeed. Oh gosh, now I've made this tree start to deteriorate underneath me. That's a little bit dangerous. Cool. Alright, yeah, this is my dirt. Let's dig it out. Dig it down on the dirt. Come on, Wolfie, let's go. We gotta explore this place with the two, pointy peaks. Twin Peaks! Careful, Wolfie! What was that all about? Must be some sort of spawner in there. Very cool. Sorry, I've been distracted. So much for getting these questions out of the way. I'm trying to think of things. We've got the star constellations from Matthias. Matthias from Tomb Raider? No, from Matthias. This donation asked in episode 274, the last episode, I mentioned how I sit at my computer from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. Maybe that's why you don't have any energy, Kurt. Did you consider getting an elevation desk so you can stand part of the time? An elevation desk is one that's a normal desk but has a motor that lifts the desk up so it could be a standing desk temporarily. I have, and I was really looking for one before I bought my desk. And I actually, why my nose is itching. This desk I got from IKEA, actually they used to have a variation that had one of those motors that raised and lowered it. I forgot what crazy Swedish name they gave my desk, but it had one of those things, and I was hoping to be able to find it like used or something like that, but no, I did not. And it does have adjustable legs, but unfortunately I tried it, and the tallest setting for these legs is not tall enough for me to comfortably use as a standing desk. Hello, guy, poking through there. How's it going? But yeah, I've considered a standing desk. I do not know how well that would work for gaming. I know for productivity it's supposedly not bad. But for gaming, I don't know how well that would work. Especially, you know, my main concern is my racing games that I do need. You know, I don't know that I would be able to do the gas and brake pedal while I'm standing with the wheel. You know, I don't know exactly how well that would work or at all. But yeah, I considered it. But in the fact that it didn't work out and it failed to work out is why I got Space Chair. Very fancy, the steel case leap chair. Ah, Wolfie, don't push. No pushing. And so far that has done a very good job. You know, I used to get a lot of back pains and shoulder pains. Once in a while I do, but not so much anymore thanks to the leap. Specifically my legs. My legs really started to get a pain with my old kind of cheapo Office Depot chair that I had before, because the seat hardness was not really adjustable. Hi! Oh, I was gonna gather more of that. Excuse me. Okay, that is going to be hard to get to, if at all. Alright, why am I going up here? This is dangerous for everybody involved. So yeah, Is this... Oh, I'm like on something. Hold on, I gotta do this. Wolfie, I don't want you to be on there or under there when this happens, so let's... Yeah, have you sit right there, and... A boop. Wee. Wee. Manly voice. Wee. Yeah, I don't understand why sometimes some of the sand falls, but other times it doesn't. You there. I wish for you to descend from the heavens. Anyway. Enough getting distracted, Kurt. Let's continue on. Westward. Beep, 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 beep. Let's... Careful of those cactuses, Wolfie, and, No, 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 careful of the cactus will be. Oh, gosh, that was close. Good Lord. Oh, such a noob. Let's, boy. Let's go on. Oh, gosh, the sun is setting. Oh, look at this. It's a fissure in the lands. A break. A fault. That's the word I was looking for. A fault line. From my friend Kinross07, part of, speaking of Minecon Paris, part of our little air hockey fellowship, I guess you could call us. Kinross, with his donation, thank you very much for the donation, of course, asked if you could witness any event in the history of mankind, what would it be and why? I assume you mean in first person, not necessarily just like watch on TV. You know, just the default answer you could assume that KurtJMac would say would be, you know, the first step on the moon or something like that. That would obviously be something amazing to witness. I'm not sure. I'm not too much of a history buff to really, you know, to really know all that goes on, you know, to be able to I'm not sure, witness something. Would I want to witness or would I want to participate? You know, it's kind of, obviously, if you want to watch the first steps on the moon, you would either already have to be on the moon, therefore negating being on the first steps on the moon. So maybe even just the launch of Apollo 11 or Apollo 8 even, you know, to experience a launch of a Saturn V rocket. Holy Moses. People say how powerful and amazing the launch of a space shuttle is. A Saturn V, knock your socks off from 3 miles away. So, you know, those I suppose would be probably the easiest. If I had like 10 seconds to answer, I would say that right away. But, you know, I'm not sure if I would want to get as poetic as wanting to watch the first humans, you know, ancestors of the humans descending from the canopies to go out into the plains and start the process of walking upright and becoming modern day humans or something like that, or maybe just you know, I don't know if you would even then be able to call that human mankind experience, because we weren't really mankind then yet, but yeah, I don't know. Tough thing indeed to answer. But good question, I suppose. Good question indeed. I don't know. I suppose, you know, if you're asking about time travel, I would probably want to see more so about the future than, say, the past. I would like to see the things that perhaps in my lifetime, will not be able to see. And that would be something really cool, you know, to see 200 years in the future, what we could have accomplished, hopefully, being as things don't go, don't totally balls things up, and we actually do end up progressing in a sustainable and non-confrontational manner, as things have tended to be in the past few hundred years or so, as we have done. But anyway, oh, look at all these sticks I got. So many sticks. Let's wrap this episode up. Again, apologies if I seemed a little bit off or low energy or something like that. I did appreciate, thank you very much, Minecraft, for filling in what I was lacking in commentary. You filled in for in the amazing landscapes and vistas. Probably check out either my DeviantArt or Twitter, where I will post eventually those panoramics I took using Microsoft Ice. And keep going to Far Lands of Bust to donate to Child's Play charity. I appreciate all the donations, all the generous things, and all the time you guys take out to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how I'm doing here. I appreciate it. So until next time, my name is Kurt. Oh, dang it. Anyway, yes, I don't like saying next time twice. Anyway, yes, thank you. Thank you. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time.